Okay, you guys, so now we're going to talk about how Venus in Virgo, debilitated from August 24th to September 18th, will affect all 12 signs. And here's the thing. Venus is with Ketu, the south node of the moon, during this time. So what I've discovered with clients that have Venus conjunct Ketu is that they are super romantic. They're the die-hard romantics, who see life through rose-colored glasses, and they really want a spiritual kind of love. They are not interested in just, an ordinary relationship. They want something higher, something spiritual, where they have a spiritual connection with their partner. And, people with Venus conjunct K2 have to be careful of spending too much money on all things Venusian, right? Like as a woman, spending too much money on self-care, makeup, skincare, clothing, hair, all of that stuff. You got to be careful. So during this time, we all have to be careful of overspending on luxuries. It's like you feel like you always are broke, but yet you're spending money on these things, right? So be careful during this time. And obviously, whatever house, if you have Venus conjunct K2 is in, that's where the drain's going to be. So if it's the second house of money, you probably spend a lot of money on these, Venusian things. So you've got to be careful of that. And for instance, second house is the mouths, and K2 can represent poisons. So Venus K2 conjunction in the second house, you've got to be careful of ingesting too much sugar. Can be a poison to you. K2 in the second house can indicate food allergies as well. So without further ado, let's go through Venus and K2 conjunct in Virgo. Okay, Aries, this is taking place in your 6th house. So expect some challenges and conflicts in your work life and in your health as well. And actually, stress at work might be, diminishing your health. So Aries, you've got to prioritize self-care, okay? And work on communicating more effectively with your colleagues. This will help mitigate any misunderstandings. Taurus, this conjunction is happening in your 5th house. This combination can bring confusion and uncertainty in your, 5th house is short-term relationships, right? Not committed ones. 5th house is also children. So Taurus, you might be having difficulty with children during this time. So Taurus, you've got to really trust your instincts, okay? And, Venus is values. And so, by focusing on, your core values at this time, you can help mitigate some of these issues. Gemini, this is taking place in your 4th house. Now remember, this is Vedic sidereal astrology. This is not Western astrology. So don't use your Western signs, you'll get confused. So Gemini, you might be feeling emotionally vulnerable and unsettled in your home. Your family life could be suffering at this time too. It's important to find balance and security in your personal space. And try to nurture your relationships with others at this time. Cancer, this is taking place in your 3rd house. So for you, Cancer, this is going to bring some communication challenges with others. So just anticipate there's probably going to be some misunderstandings, possibly with your siblings too, because 3rd house is siblings. So, be real clear when you're communicating with others during this time. So stay patient. And also, you've got to really focus on being super clear with what you're saying. You might be eating your words if you don't. So Leo, this is taking place in your 2nd house. So Leo, you might be experiencing some financial instability at this time. And your self-worth might be diminished. So reassess your priorities and values and really work on your self-worth. This will strengthen your self-confidence. And you, Leo, have got to be careful of what you're eating at this time. Really stay away from anything that is remotely poisonous to you. And, you know, be careful of things like food poisoning or, you know, anything that is related to poisons and food. And this includes medications. So make sure that, you know, everything's up to date, and that, you know how you react to the medications, because you definitely could have a reaction at this time. Okay, Virgo, this is happening in your first house. You know, you could be having an identity crisis at this time, Virgo. You know, really work on, you know, connecting with yourself again, because you're going to feel a real disconnection, you know. So again, self-love, self-care, really work on, you know, your core values. And honestly, I mean, this is a great time to do some spa treatments, you know, put some oil in your hair, you know, just improve how you take care of yourself, because this is going to help your self-image. Okay, Libra, this combination is taking place in your 12th house. So subconscious fears, emotional challenges, emotional blocks, you know, all of those things are going to be issues for you right now. However, Venus does love to be in the 12th house. So money from foreign lands could come at this time while she's there. And if you're a man, then your spouse could be a foreigner, or, you know, you might have to travel to meet the person you're supposed to be with. So to confront any subconscious fears, you know, you really want to focus on releasing trauma from the past. So seek clarity and closure from unresolved issues. This will not only help yourself, but it will help your relationships. Okay, Scorpio, this is happening in your 11th house. You're probably going to experience setbacks and challenges in your circle of friends and with your friendships. It is imperative for you to communicate honestly and openly to smooth out any of these problems. And also, Sag, you know, be careful of losing money as well. 11th house is great gains. So having Venus and K2 there means you may have to spend a whole bunch of money on something at this time, something maybe you've been putting off. Okay, Sagittarius, this is happening in your 10th house of career. So this combination could bring some uncertainty, some challenges perhaps in, you know, how other people see you, your reputation in your career. So confusion and uncertainty in career and public image. So stay focused on your goal and seek help from a mentor if you feel, you know, like you need some advice. Okay, Capricorn, this is happening in your 9th house. So you may be feeling spiritually disconnected and, you know, uncertain about, you know, your beliefs and the things that you value. So it's important to reflect upon your spirituality. And also you, Capricorn, you know, seek advice from someone if you're feeling lost. Okay, Aquarius, this is happening in your 8th house. You too are going to experience financial instability and challenges, especially if you are sharing money with somebody else, you know, like your spouse or a family member. You could be having some problems right now. So again, Aquarius, clear communication with your partners in money. Make sure that everything is out in the open and that you're discussing any challenges. Okay, Pisces, this is happening in your 7th house of marriage. Now, 7th house is also committed collaborations such as business. So again, make sure everything's out in the open, that there are no problems that you need to discuss. And also, you know, Neptune is in Pisces right now, and so he is opposing this Venus K2 combination, bringing even more smoke and mirrors and deception and scandal and drama. So Pisces, you may not be able to see clearly into, what is the issue in relationships. You just can't see it because there's so much fog. All right, you guys, so that's it. That is all 12 signs. If you are interested in me looking at your chart, giving you a reading, head on over to HindustanAstrology.com. Would love to see you on Zoom sometime. So until then, namaste. I'll see you later. Bye.